catch you later, Spinelli.
I doubt it. I've got a date tonight.
Oh, nice.
I'll bring her by later so you can meet her. Happy birthday to you.
Spin, whose birthday?
Wanda in 4F.
You know her birthday?
I know all of my tenants' birthdays.
Oh, okay, what's my birthday?
May 22nd, sir.
You the GOAT, man.
Oh, thank you, sir. Is that a compliment?
What's up, Brian? Said you have something for me?
I do indeed. Here you go.
Nice, man.
Hashtag cats. Hashtag hilarious. Hashtag why do they hate cucumbers?
Yo, what's up, man?
All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and get started. is how you play, guys. Come on.
Next time, man. Next time.
All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and let's get started.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Yeah, let's go! Let's do it! Get him out! Get him out!
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go! Let's do it!
Doesn't get any better than that.
Hey, he can ball. Hey, hit me up.
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Now, here's what we're gonna do.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Yeah, let's go! Let's do it! Ball! Ball! I see him! No, no, no! Take that strong!
Ready, DJ?
Wait, where did grab it? Hey, he can ball.
Hop to it. This is where it counts.
Hey, hit me up.
Great game, DJ.
Ouija boards are portholes to another dimension where dark demons of ancient lore reside.
Dark demons. Aren't all demons dark?
Yes. Yes, dark demons, but I can't get into that.
Fair enough, man.
Yo, what's up, man?
All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and get started. Hey, way to end it, DJ. See you later.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Philadelphia 76ers.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. For the Pistons, Marjanovic checked in for Andre Drummond. Johnson comes in for Lure. And Smith subbed in for Jackson. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Saric has checked in for Joel Embiid. Robert Covington comes in for Ben Simmons. Walker's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. Taking a look at the 76ers. T.J. McConnell is out there with the great one. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Saric in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, we know that some players can get pretty tricky out on the court, and that is the diplomatic way of saying it, Chris. Which players do you feel kind of take advantage sometimes of the rules?
Well, and I think, these are the guys that you would hate to play against, but you want to play with. And, first people that come to mind are the Draymond Greens, the Matt Barnes, Steven Adams, just because he's physical. Even Chris Paul, the way that he stays on the refs, the way that if you reach on him while he's trying to steal the ball, he'll grab your wrist and let you know don't do that again because it really hurts what he's doing to you. So there's so many players that do that, and the wiser, the smarter, the longer in the game that you play, the more of those tricks you'll be able to pull out, all those veteran tricks. So those guys come to mind.
Here's Harris, and it's good, 2 points. Harris has got his first 2 points.
And when you're Harris's size, you have to really use your length to beat defenders, and he is just so good at doing that.
Saric, that's good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
There's the pick. Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Passes it to Harris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And with Tobias Harris, he's a player who bounced around more than you would think in the early part of his career. C-Web, he was traded twice in his first 5 years in the league, which is odd given how he's been growing and developing as a player.
Well, yeah, trades aren't necessarily about the team not being happy with you. It's about finding the right spot. So he had the right work ethic, so you knew Harris was going to improve, and you also knew he was going to be around. Coaches love Harris's hard-working ability, so the future's bright for this kid.
There's Galloway, guarded by Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Floats one up. Smith, no good. The 76ers lead it. It's Covington on the wing. McConnell kicks to Walker. Holmes passes to Walker. Rebound by the Pistons. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
They would look like they had to figure it out and take a couple bad shots and be right back to where they started.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Puts it up from 12, and it's Sharch. That time on the assist from Covington. And the 76ers lead by 1. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Stan Van Gundy had a few minutes to share. This is the first meeting of the year between these two teams, but he said those guys are tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet on defense and do our best to deny penetration. We'll see who comes out on top, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Well, what about the concentration of Johnson? Just burying the bucket despite the harm.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season. Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed.
Smith, the pass to Marjanovic. Smith drawn the double team. It's stolen by Sharch. And here we go, Sharch all alone.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Marjanovic, no good. Philadelphia's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out, looking cold from outside, and McConnell gets it to go.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The Pistons trailing. Here's Smith. 14 points from him the last game against the Knicks in New York. Count that bucket. That's now 8 points for Tobias Harris.
He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling for him.
Now, here's McConnell. He's covered closely. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Galloway, guarded by Walker. Harris outside. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson, that's for 2. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Walker's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Sharch. Tie game in Detroit. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils. Both off.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
You know, and listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kevin. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
Working as a unit, each guy accepting his role. That's how they like to play all the time.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Pistons, Johnson and Harris are at the forward spots. And it's Smith, then there's Marjanovic, and it's Galloway in at the 2.
Well, just look around this new facility for the Pistons. I mean, I love it. I grew up just minutes away from here. It's great that they are able to play in the brand new Little Caesars Arena.
Charge with it, picked up by Harris. Walker dishes to Wells. Fires the three. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Wells has got the first basket of the second quarter for the 76ers. And Jamie Wells, originally drafted by Portland, solid player out on the wing. He's always had a spot on the roster with his ability to make plays out on the perimeter.
And Wells' ability to make those plays has never been questioned. It's just his focus on the game, the mindset when he plays that has kind of gotten him in a little bit of trouble. But make no mistake, the talent is there.
A different look here for Detroit. John Lure comes in for Harris. And it's Udrich in for Smith. And as you said, this new arena is incredible in downtown Detroit. The Pistons did a very good job, though, of saying goodbye to the Palace in Auburn Hills last season.
And the Palace had its run, and it will always be special to me. My favorite moment there was actually winning 2 state championships in high school there, and also playing there on different teams and against the Pistons, and then finally being able to play there as a Piston. So many great moments for me at the Palace.
And the Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Here's Udrich. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
And Walker kicks to Saric. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Chris, the team you spent the most time with in your career, the Sacramento Kings, what was it like playing in a smaller market? And do you think that's changed for star players today?
You know, I love playing for the city of Sacramento and the fans. Because we were a small market, I think we had some of the most passionate fans that I've ever seen in the NBA. But it was also tough, especially playing on the West Coast. You're the second of the late game on the East Coast. Many people don't see you. You don't have necessarily the support of everyone else because you're not in the larger city. So it definitely could be tough. But when you're playing a team like the Lakers or you're playing other Goliaths, you love it and you embrace that small David type aspect. And so I do think it's changed because of social media. I do think it's changed because of the internet and specifically the apps that you can now go into the locker room before and after the game. You can get a guy's thoughts right after he made a big shot or missed a big shot. And so I think if you would have had those tools, maybe it'll be different. But I think now definitely it really doesn't matter what market you play in. I mean, we were a small market at that time, but look, since it's been the OKCs and other teams that kind of have made everybody excited about basketball. So I don't think market plays that big of a part as far as your exposure and how much fans get to see you anymore.
Good overview. And Bayless kicks to Walker. Pass to Embiid. Wells in the corner. That one off the back iron and out.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
And that just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
Lure against Simmons. Lure the screen. Shot off the screen, and Udrich gets it to go.
Wow, you really like how determined Drummond is. Always willing to sacrifice his body to open up some space for guys.
Lets the 3 fly, and there's Wells. That's good on the assist by Bayless. Wells has got a pair of triples in the second now for Philadelphia. And Udrich kicks to Lure. Here's Galloway, finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Fantastic rhythm on that mid-range jump shot. You can't give him space from there.
Right side, Simmons. Kicks it to Bayless. Back to Simmons. Now the pass to Walker. Dishes it to Simmons. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Simmons got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Drummond a screen. Galloway, the pass to Drummond. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Drummond's got his second basket of the game.
And the play is all about Drummond and his solid fundamentals, just taking his time and getting a high-quality chance as a result.
Embiid sets the pick for Wells. Pass to Walker. There's the feed to Bayless. And stolen by Udrich. Here's Galloway. And Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers leading by 3. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. The quick look, no good that time. Walker against Johnson. Walker with some nice D. The 76ers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Out to the right wing. Simmons dishes to Walker. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
And Udrich kicks to Johnson. Back to Udrich. Clock at 6. Drummond a screen. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Lure can't hit.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
Walker the pass to Embiid. Embiid the screen. And stolen by Drummond. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Johnson's got the ball. He feeds it to Lure. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Embiid. The Pistons shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And Chris, one of the rare honors for an NBA player. And we've reached halftime in this one. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hand. For the Pistons, Johnson, he's checked in for Bradley. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jackson. Then for the 76ers, Walker's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And Wells is subbed in for J.J. Redick. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got the great one. Dario Saric is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Wells, and it's Fultz in at the point. Johnson dishes to Lure. Pistons passing it around. Galloway kicks to Johnson. Lure a screen on Simmons. Just 4 to shoot. Leans from outside. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 7 points.
Oh, and Johnson is used to the D being aggressive with him. Just has an amazing confidence in his jump shot.
And Walker kicks to Wells. Walker the pass to Simmons. Back to Walker. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And Stan Van Gundy, known for being one of the more demanding coaches when it comes to defense. He doesn't care who you are. If you're not giving it your all on the defensive end, you're going to find yourself on the bench.
Well, he's clear with what he wants and what he expects, and, you know, when you step on the floor. Exceptional instincts on the offensive boards and didn't try to slam it home. Tipping it in was all he needed. As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Johnson dishes to Galloway. Harris outside. Now Lure. He's got 8. Drummond passes to Lure. Off target from outside. The 76ers leading by 14. Simmons. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 5 assists in the game. On the wing, Harris. Shoots over Walker. Second chance shot. And it's Drummond missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Simmons, a screen on Lure. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for the 76ers.
And their guards have really made their presence felt on the backboard. No shortage
of effort or aggression in tracking down those miscues, and that's what's given them the edge here in this game.
Smith checked in for Detroit. And Drummond kicks to Harris. Shoots a three. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. The shot by Sharch, no good.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Lure the screen. From 13, and he hits the jumper for 2. And that's 12 points for Tobias Harris.
Oh, man, it's not easy to slow down Harris when he gets on a roll. I mean, he has the ability to light it up from pretty much any spot.
Charge a screen on Harris, and it's Walker penetrating. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the 76ers lead by 16. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Marjanovic checked in for Lure. So it's the Pistons now. In the corner, Smith with it. Feeds it to Drummond. Here's Galloway. There's a screen. 5 on the clock. From deep. Doesn't go for him. And the 76ers go the other way with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, and they played more than just a supporting role. I mean, without their points, it would have been tough to get that role win.
Robert Covington's checked in for Wells. Smith the pass to Marjanovic. Smith kicks to Marjanovic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, look, the sheer size of Boban Marjanovic is something that can intimidate even the tallest centers in the NBA. He's a legit 7'3" and comes in at least 290. Seemingly impossible to move him at times down low on the block.
And the 76ers making a change here. McConnell's checked in. And to illustrate the size of Marjanovic, when Joel Embiid first checked into a game against him, he is visibly in awe of the size of Marjanovic. And Joel Embiid is a 7-footer.
Well, make no mistake about Boban, though. He is much more than a big body. He has a nice floater, a great turnaround jump shot, great at shooting from the free throw. I mean, good awareness. He might be the best 7'3" passer in the league.
Smith kicks to Galloway. There's the dish to Drummond. Over Simmons. Drummond. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Exactly. That's what Drummond will always give you, tenacity on the offensive glass.
McConnell kicks to Covington. Here's Sharch. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Sharch has got 12.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Galloway. He dishes it to Drummond. Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Passes to Galloway. Over Walker. Galloway, no good. The 76ers leading by 18. Sharch attacking. And that one drops. Sharch has got 4 points now in the quarter. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg.
That's exactly right. With the way they control the game and just completely took the crowd out of it. That's how to get it done on the court.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Did all right out there tonight, really?
I did more than just all right.
Man, I got to thank myself for that one.
Okay.
Woo, woo, woo. That is what I'm talking about. Good game out there. That's exactly what we've been talking about, right? Look, everybody loves the FGAs. The shots are sexy, but you can affect the game with your energy and your effort. So just like we've been talking about, you don't get the ball enough, don't whine about it. You got to get up there and you got to get the ball off the glass. That type of work right there will get you more minutes.
Let's go. Hey, don't fall for that, though.
What?
I mean, you got to get your shots up, too. Rain, sleet, or snow, dogs got to eat. If you feel like you're not getting your shots, you better pull your phone out and be like, hello? Where my shots at?
Well, excuse me, but I have a very well-rounded game.
Yeah,
Thank
whatever.
you very
All
much.
I'm saying is, when's the last time you seen a dude get a max contract for rebounds?
Garnett.
Yeah, to go along with that 22 a game and that mean stare he had. Whatever, that was 1997. What were you, like, -1 years old?
Yeah, about that.
Look, all I'm saying is assists and rebounds are cute and all, but a grown boy's got to get his shots up.
Oh, so when you gonna get yours up?
Okay, Ruth got jokes.
Ooh, got him.
What's up, Brian? Said you have something for me?
I do indeed. Here you go.
Nice, man.
Hashtag cats. Hashtag hilarious. Hashtag why do they hate cucumbers?
Yo, what's up, man?
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Now, here's what we're gonna do.
Keep shooting that, man. Come on, box him out, man.
Way to end it, DJ. Next time, man. Next time.
Yo, huddle up, guys. Now, the season's just starting. We got a lot of work to do. We're not really getting enough production out of our fast break opportunities, so we're gonna work on that today. All right, set it up and get started. Hey, keep the ball up.
Yo, look at the clock, B.
Hey, we can't leave him open.
Way to finish strong. Let's set up this next drill.
Hey, DJ. All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and get started. Let's go.
Hey, he can ball, huh?
Okay, guys, get back to work.
Hey, hit me up.
All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and let's get started.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Hey, hit me up.
Every garden gnome has a name. If you figure it out and whisper it in the ear of the garden gnome, he will come to life.
That's some freaky stuff, man. Count me out.
The whole gnome race was frozen by a witch centuries ago.
Does your brother think that too?
I don't have a brother! He was made by the FBI to watch me and my juice.
Yo, what's up, man?
All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and get started.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. That's all you, man.
Playing like you got something to prove. I like it.
What you working on today?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And of course, in action tonight will be Shammy Wells. He can take over a game if you let him, but at times he can fade in and out of a contest. Your thoughts, Kenny, on his game?
Well, you know what? We all had one teammate that, would fade in and out and focus and out. Sometimes we were that teammate, but, on this team, it's Shammy.
Well, he's a good player, but there's a reason why he hasn't made most of his skill set. They say hard work beats talent, and talent doesn't work hard.
No, it's kind of like hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work
That's
hard.
what I just said.
I think you said and.
Well, and, win, same thing.
Well,
just for you kids at home, though. Hard work beats talent when talent
doesn't work hard. That's what I said.
No doubt.
Remember that. Give the kids at home another word of advice, will you?
I hate to do it to you guys.
Whoa! He's upset.
That's what I said.
Let me see if I can do that.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
What the?
That's awesome.
Hey, only
bro.
one person would prank me during the pregame and has a key to the supply closet. Who? Hey, you seen Jug?
Yeah.
Jug, get over here, man. Yeah, I know you did it. I'm gonna get you back.
Wait. Who is this?
Man, this is Brandon, a.k.a. Lil Jug, a.k.a. Knucklehead. And let him tell you, he the best player that never made the team.
I'm gonna cross you up right now, Shan. What's good?
You see what I mean? Look, man, this is DJ, my rookie.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, my bad. It's my favorite song right now.
Okay, it was a Yachty?
Actually, it is. You might be aight.
Yeah, I'm better than that.
Yeah, he aight.
I might even let you check out my mixtape.
This guy.
It's not a bad mixtape.
Look, man, they call me DJ for a reason, all right? I do this. So if your stuff's not hot, I'll let you know.
Oh, it's hot. I rap just as good as I ball, and almost as good as I dance.
What?
Oh, boo-boo, let's get it.
Yeah, all right, boo-boo, don't throw your back out. Listen, man, I'm gonna see you, Brandon. I gotta get back.
All right, man.
Hey, man, and I'm gonna go find somebody to clean out my locker since Jug over here.
Is needed out on the floor.
I'm gonna get you back, Jug.
Later, man.
Everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Sharch checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Robert Covington comes in for Simmons. Walker's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. The Rockets also changing it up. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Ba'amute comes in for Anderson. And Gordon subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And so in the game for the Rockets. Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. Nene is out there with Luke and Ba'amute. And it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. Mark, when you played, you had some great footwork in the paint. Which big men today impress you with their footwork in the paint, in the post?
Man, I tell you, one of the guys I've always loved watching do his thing inside is Zach Randolph. I tell you what, he grits and grinds as well as anybody, and his touch and footwork exquisite because he's not an overpowering or overwhelming athlete. Karl Anthony Towns much the same way. Fairly low to the ground in how they play, but extremely effective in being able to get the position and shot they want. And Enes Kanter, a guy who's starting to impress with his footwork as well.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Tarek Black, he's checked in for Paul.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line. Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Harden kicks to Nene. Gordon a screen. Shot clock at 5. Harden the pass to Mba'amute. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Mba'amute has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years, where he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity, garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
Screen by Ba'amute. Gordon with no one around. And another 3 for Houston.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
McConnell kicks to Walker. Embiid the screen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And so Walker nails both of them. And you ask any Houston fan who the greatest player in the history of their franchise is, and they all say Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark, you played against Olajuwon. Just how great a player was he, and what does he mean to this Rockets franchise today?
Well, he was special. A first ballot Hall of Famer, brought the only titles in franchise history to the Rockets, and could do everything you want from a big guy. Graceful, strong, a presence defensively and on the glass, unselfish. They called him Hakeem the Dream for good reason. That dude was a dream to play with and a nightmare for opponents.
Harden kicks to Black. Nene with the screen on Sharch. And Ba'amute dishes to Black. Tries it from the top of the key. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. That's 12 points for James Harden.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Screen by Sharch. Walker the pass to Sharch. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and 3-point shot attempts so far for the Rockets.
And they've really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim. Those tend to be far more efficient.
And that one falls from Sharch.
And, you know, the Sixers were heavily criticized for the so-called process. Enduring the pain of losing big. People forget the prior decade when the team tried to contend, only won a single playoff series.
Jared Bayless is checked in for T.J. McConnell. Stolen by Bayless. Puts it up from 12. Sharch, that's good. There's 1:40 left to play in the first quarter. And Clark, it's true the Sixers were a team long stuck in the middle. Does that help explain why they employed such drastic measures to rebuild?
I think so, Kevin. Clearly, they tried getting there the usual way when you try to develop players and maybe add a key free agent here or there, and it didn't quite work. And the process was Plan B. And that process has really started to pay some dividends, so I don't blame them for trying.
And Joel Embiid, from the time he started playing basketball in Cameroon through the University of Kansas, Clark, he began patterning his game after Hakeem Olajuwon.
Well, it sounds like he's a visual.
Philadelphia leading by 9. Fultz and Luwawu team together to make the backcourt. Simmons is out there with Holmes, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And for Houston, their shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Here's Harden on the wing, covered by Redick. It's deflected. A 3. The rebound by Anderson. Rockets trail by 9. Lob pass to Capella. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Walker with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Holmes. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Paul. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis. The 3 from Harden. Another miss by Harden.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And Simmons so deft with the floater, freezing the defense completely.
Harden against Redick. Shot to stop the run, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
You know about Harden's shooting and his ability to get to the line and all that, but you know, Clark, what some people don't realize is just how fast he's going end to end. I mean, he can just blow by players in the open floor.
Yeah, he's got deceptive speed, Kevin, and part of that is how he's worked to change his body from his college days at Arizona State to who he is in the NBA. He slimmed down a bit, but he still has that strength and that barrel-chestedness that allows him to play so well through contact. But you're right, his speed is lethal and deceptive.
That's his first personal foul.
And here is Paul. The dish now to Harden. 5 to shoot. For 3. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And Harden is cash money from downtown, measuring it perfectly. You've got to respect this guy's shooting ability.
And Walker kicks to Fultz. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Fultz has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, I like the first quarter he had. And I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
Capella dishes to Harden. Kicks it out to Ariza. Tries it from 19. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Anderson.
Love watching Anderson shoot immediately off the pass, right away. Fires it quickly after getting the ball.
Holmes has a screen. Walker goes in. Holmes passes to Simmons. Over Anderson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 8 points for Ben Simmons.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Timeout called, the Rockets. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
TJ McConnell, he's checked in for the 76ers. Reddick against Harden, and the wide open shot from Paul. They get it again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's McConnell, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Boy, what's most impressive about Simmons is how he finds the open man so consistently, the vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Capella with a screen on Reddick. It's Harden with the drive, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Ben Simmons has what I think is elite defensive potential. Quick feet, quick hands, good size, good IQ, and he's a terrific rebounder.
Here's Walker. That's short off the rim.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
And defensive versatility is so important nowadays. Simmons' combination of size and mobility enables him to defend multiple positions.
And you know, Kevin, I think he can be an outstanding defensive player, even though his effort was questioned while he was at LSU. He still came up with blocks and steals, and I think he's got a good basketball IQ, and if he makes a commitment at that end of the floor, I think he could be better than average there.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
Here's Ariza, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ariza's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, love the size Ariza has down low, using his long arms to get off shots inside.
And Reddick kicks to Holmes. He feeds it to Walker. Outside for Reddick. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Fires from 18. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 12.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against Detroit.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
Yep, exactly. And it also stretches that defense out a little bit, expands the floor for you, and makes things really hard for the defenders when you space and stretch them like that.
Anderson kicks to Paul. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Simmons dishes to Walker. Simmons a screen on Ariza. And it's Walker penetrating, so the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That's on Clint Capella.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And then for Houston, Tariq Black comes in for Clint Capella, and Gordon subbed in for Paul. Harden the pass to Black, kicks it out to Ariza, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Here's Walker. That shot off, and the Rockets take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they were too physical and a little bit out of position. They were rough out there, but ultimately the physicality led to fouls, and that hurt them.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the screen. Harden inside the three-point line. Anderson kicks to Black. Kicks it out to Harden. Launches it. Nailed from three-point land. Harden's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Man, I love how easily Harden fills it up. Scores
and so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. And now the third quarter about to get going. An exceptional performance so far from and the 76ers will go for a different look here. Sharge checked in for Embiid. Robert Covington comes in for Rashawn Holmes. Walker's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. And a switch here also for Houston. Gordon's checked in, so on the floor for Houston. Harden and Gordon teaming up in the backcourt. Ariza and Anderson holding down the forward spots. And it's Black in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Walker kicks to Covington. Sharch with the screen for Walker. McConnell in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Walker. Floats one. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 3 assists in the game. Rockets trail by 18. Now Gordon. He has 6. He kicks it to Black. Gordon a screen. 3-pointer. Again, the miss by Gordon.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
We always talk about what a good shot is from time to time. Clark, how would you define a good shot in the context of an offensive possession set?
To me, Kevin, a good shot is a shot that a guy can make 60 to 80% of the time when he takes it. Whether that's a three-point shot, your post-up moves, your mid-range jump shots, those are quality shots. And then the other piece of it is you don't want to take a lot of contested shots. You can make them as a pro, but good shots are shots you can make 60 to 80% of the time, and usually that means you're getting open shots versus contested shots.
Anderson dishes to Ariza. In the corner, Harden. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Dario Saric.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim or the epic throwdown.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. The shot by Saric, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Ariza no luck. Philadelphia leading by 17. Screen by Saric. Walker the pass to Saric. For 3, Covington. And play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
That was an elementary call for them to make there. I mean, once he knocked him off balance from behind, that was a no-brainer.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Gordon with a screen on Walker. Back to Anderson. Over Simmons. Another miss by Houston.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
A lot of times when they needed some easy points in this game, they've been able to get to the foul line and get them.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Harden kicks to Ariza. Passes it to Capella. Gordon a screen. 3-pointer. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 31.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Simmons sets a screen for Walker. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Walker kicks to McConnell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Six seconds left in the third quarter. screen by Sharich, and it's Walker penetrating, loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Walker's got 6 here in this quarter. And so it's Philadelphia with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The 76ers leading by 18. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the 76ers. Covington and Simmons, the duo at forward. C.J. McConnell is out there with the great one, and it's Sharich in at the center. Now here's Harden. Ariza outside. Pass to Capella. Now the feed to Harden. Off target from three-point range.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Excellent concentration that time by the 6'10" Simmons. Very good at completing these chances despite the defense's best efforts.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Dario Saric. Harden dishes to Capella. Back to Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
Holmes, that's a screen. Off the pick. Bank shot, no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Here's Harden. Good on the 13-footer. Harden's got 33 points.
All Harden needs is a little separation. Once the screen comes his way, he's looking to pull up.
Walker the pass to Simmons. And recently the NBA changed it so announcers for teams no longer get a vote in league awards. Not an easy decision for the league to make, Clark.
No, it wasn't an easy one, but I can understand that. There's always the potential for bias when you're associated with a particular team, but there's also some expertise that you no longer have now because of that rule. So it's a delicate balancing act. And
so it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Joining us, that'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the...
Yo, check it out.
Hey, Boo Boo, what are you looking for?
Me? Oh, I was looking for them boys' pride. After the way y'all took it tonight, I know they need it.
You a fool, Boo Boo.
Okay, listen, my hip. Look, old sports injury. Look, we're going to stick to handshakes from now, okay?
Come on, old man, get in the gym.
Old man, nothing.
Boo Boo didn't play sports, man. No way. You're not that old, is you?
I don't know.
Hip?